Good morning, everyone. Is it morning where you are? How would you like to wake up with me? I mean, all right. I did mean that I did mean that to kind of get you going a little bit, just to go, what? I'm talking about letting me guide you through a 30-minute waking up process. Something that actually, instead of feeling groggy and just kind of stumbling about the, first few, well, maybe more than just a few minutes if you're anything like me. It used to take me quite a while to kind of get up and going, just to get out the door to do whatever I had to do. And I never quite felt like I had the day that I wanted to have. I didn't have the focus. Um, I didn't feel like I was productive enough. I always felt like I was kind of on someone else's schedule, fulfilling their needs. If you have a family, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or if you have a job, you're at your job fulfilling the needs of your job. And you come home and you've never done anything for yourself. Excuse me. I'm shifting my position because I am my back is really tweaked out, and I have I know a lot of you share some back issues, but to finish the first thought, I created, along with the help of my mentors, a better morning routine. And because what was explained to me was that it wasn't me, it was my actions and my behaviors in the first thing in the morning that was leading me kind of on this very unfulfilled day. I never felt fulfilled. Before you know it, a week's gone by. Before you know it, another month has gone by. Before you know it, another year has gone by, and you haven't moved the needle. Have you ever felt like that? You've not moved the needle on the things you really wanted to do. You don't even know what you really want to do because you're not giving yourself any time to figure it out. No one's going to give this to you. That was the other thing. You have to give it to yourself. So I took the advice of people much smarter, more successful than me. And I started to do this new morning routine. It changes everything. It changes everything. So, what I want to do is, for 5 days, starting Monday, August 7th, I know that's coming right up, right around the corner. For 5 days, I'll walk you through the process that I've learned. And I want to get your feedback, but I think you're going to notice an amazing difference just in those 5 days. It's a challenge. Give it 5 days and tell me what you think. Now, you're going to learn from me what it is I think is the most effective. You can then tweak it any way you want. No one's holding you hostage and making you do this thing. I'm going to show you what I do. We're going to walk through it together in real time. And I think it'll be fun. I really enjoy doing things like this, taking people with me on a journey of self-discovery and taking care of our bodies. Speaking of my back, right? This getting older thing, especially when you're an old stunt woman, it is not for the faint of heart. It's challenging, and I have to stay on it. I have to get help. I have to take care of myself. Our bodies are amazing miracles, and it's amazing in a way that I've made it this far. So I'll share more of that later if anyone gives a shit. Here's a link to join me. I'm putting it in. Is this a chat? Yes. Okay. I'm using StreamYard, which I find really fun. My technology today. Our walking through the morning routines will be on Zoom. So most of us are familiar with Zoom now since the pandemic, and it'll be really super easy. You do not have to be on camera. I'll be on camera, but you can talk to me, and you can ask me questions. So it's really interactive. So, anyone have any questions? You can always leave them here for me. I'm also going to go on my social medias, and I would love to see you there, besides YouTube, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, and I'll go live there. I'm not necessarily going to go live on the Twitter. But I'm you can always ask me questions, and I will always try to answer. I will always answer. Someone will tell me, Pat, go answer your questions, and I will do that. Our bodies need a little bit of love in the morning, and it doesn't take a lot. And what do you do for yourself besides pour caffeine in, or sugar, or a breakfast, or whatever it is you do? I'm going to give you this for free. There's when you sleep overnight, your body does a lot of processing of all the things in it. At sleep, the sleep hormones kick in, and the body starts to process. So in the morning, you are getting rid of toxins, and it's really important that you give yourself a big glass of water first thing. Don't even think about it. 12 to 16 ounces. Drink it down like a caveman. Just chug it like a frat party. Chug some water down. This is the best gift you can give to your body. Your body's dehydrated first thing in the morning. Most of us are dehydrated all the time. We don't drink enough water. I know. I feel like you do, but you don't. So start off the day strong. A big glass of water. That will help you feel, actually, you're going to feel more alert. It helps to take the edge off hunger. If you're concerned about weight gain, drinking a big glass of water anytime you feel hungry or before you eat, whether you feel like it or not, drink a glass of water. Hi, guys. Aloha, Elaine. Thank you so much. Elaine has joined our 5-day challenge. Oh, thank you so much. You're so generous. I miss you. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. It's be really nice for me to have my community around me starting on Monday, doing this together. So yes, drink your water, okay? That's for free. We're going to do that, and then have your caffeine, whatever else you need in the morning. But we're going to do a few other really wonderful things, very simple things, and all of it will take 30 minutes. So I know also a lot of us are busy, and you may not feel like you got the time to do this right now. That's okay. I'm going to send you replays, so you'll have the replay. I still hope you tune in. So try to tune in anyway and watch during the time you're getting ready. Just tune in and watch during the time you're getting ready. And you may not be able to follow along yet because you haven't scheduled it into your day. I understand. But try watching anyway. Water is your caffeine. Oh, very good, Elaine. I know you're good about it. And that's just one of like 10 things we're going to do in 30 minutes. I know it's a lot, but you can do these things. And that's the other piece. I was very resistant to it. So let's talk about the brain for a second. It is really important. The water is really important for your brain. When I speak of the body being dehydrated first thing in the day, your brain is dehydrated. Not a great way to start for your brain. And we wonder why it's so hard to get going. It's wonder why it's hard to get cognitive in the morning. It's not a cup of coffee. You need just a cup of water. Get a big glass of water, 12 to 16 ounces into first thing in the morning. Great for your brain. And then be aware of this. Your amygdala, what I like to call the fear dragon, resists change. So whenever you feel like you're having a hard time engaging in a new thing, don't blame yourself. It's just physiology. It's just that the amygdala is a very primitive piece of the brain, but it's very powerful, and it's still in there. And it thinks anything new is terrifying because it could threaten your survival. It's all about keeping you alive to propagate the species. Now, we are no longer Worried about propagating the species. We're very successful as a species. So we need to learn to work with the amygdala. It's a very important part of our brain, and it does a lot of good stuff, but it will keep you the best it can from making changes, even if they're very positive, healthy changes. It doesn't know the difference, anything new. It's very primitive. So we will work with being aware of resistance that shows up, of a little self-talk that shows up. I can't do this. It's inconvenient. Well, that's stupid. Why are we doing that? I'm already good. It does all of that kind of stuff. That is not your logical brain. That's your amygdala. Isn't that interesting? I think that's so fascinating. Oh, since I started this work in 2015, I have learned so much about our brains. And I don't know why we're not taught this in school, but the brain really kind of works against us in some ways until you learn how to work with it. But it's not instinctual. And you think it's true. You think everything the brain says is real and true. And that's what you need to listen to. And that's not the case. The brain's designed for our survival. And we're actually doing really, really good. And so now I'm going to help you. I think walking through this first thing in the morning is going to be a nice, easy way to kind of bypass that amygdala and just have some fun. But notice the resistance. Notice the self-talk that shows up when you do that. And that's just the amygdala. I have to move because I'm so uncomfortable sitting here. My poor back. Like I said, getting older is not for the faint of heart. All right, old stunt girl problems. I'm going to move over here. Maybe the lighting in this B&B is not fab, kids, and sorry about that. All right, I'm going to move it here. This is going to be really unflattering, isn't it? Yep. Oh, gosh. So if I were listening to my amygdala right now, it would be telling me all kinds of negative things and say, don't do this. Your lighting isn't perfect. You look terrible. The apartment looks bad. You've got a flare overhead. You've got a light flare overhead. It would say all of these things. I do. Oh, Elaine, you have no idea. You have no idea. But my healthcare right now is here in California. So that's what I'm working on. And it's going to be great. It's just for the moment, things are challenging. All right. I'm yakking on and on and on. And what I want to do is just get you motivated to join me. Please join me. Good. I'm so grateful you like to listen. I think that's a great way to do it is to start listening and chime in and ask your questions. There's no stupid questions. There's no dumb questions. It's important that you ask questions so that you start to feel it more engaged. And who knows what will occur to you? There's a reason you have the question. Oh gosh, now I have like a halo. Okay. Honestly. All right, maybe if I go over here, it'll get a little better. Oh no, I left my coffee. All right, this is kind of better. That's not better. Sort of better. Do I look like I'm in a starship? That'd be all right. And so the other thing I know my assistant says, have you told them about the prizes? We're going to have prizes every day. We're going to have a prize. If you show up live, you're in the pool for a prize. They're cash prizes. Yay, money. And we have a couple of other categories, like for those who share my social medias. That's a category. You share a lot, you're in the running. Okay, I really appreciate it because that's how I meet new people, and people find me who might appreciate some help. So if you just put it out there to your friends and say, hey, my friend Pat Tallman's doing this thing. Let's join her. Okay, something like that. It works. It's amazing how it works. And then we all have fun. So I appreciate it. And yeah, join me. If you haven't, join Elaine and I. We're in and we'll have fun. Oh, thanks, Elaine. See, I have the best friends. And you can have some new friends too in this group. It's an amazing group. I love you. Good morning. Be well. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. See you next week.